We have just seen that more than 700 million people live in extreme poverty if we use the new poverty line of the World Bank. This group will be at the heart of this MOOC, as it is typically targeted by the social innovation which we will study here. This week, I will discuss the different types of exclusion which this bottom billion are confronted with. Next week, we will further discuss the one at the core of social enterprises, financial exclusion. It goes without saying that economic poverty is definitely difficult to bear in their daily life. We should also not forget that economic poverty is fundamentally related to different types of exclusion. Being poor often means being excluded. There are many types of exclusion. You can, for instance, be socially excluded from your community. You can also be politically excluded and not be able to participate in political life. In this MOOC, we will talk a lot about financial exclusion, the fact that some citizens do not have access to the traditional financial sector. But this type of exclusion is to be linked to other elements of exclusion. What is striking is that the citizens who are financially excluded are also frequently socially and politically excluded. If you are no longer allowed to take part in social activities in your community, you are less likely to be politically active and you frequently do not have access to formal financial services or banks. Financial exclusion is ultimately also related to poverty. Allen, Domingo-Kuhn, Clapper and Soledad Martinez-Peria provide some interesting data to support this statement. 92% of the people who earn some high income have an individual or joint account in a formal financial institution. The percentage of access to finance falls with the level of income. Indeed, people who are in the upper and lower middle income category have respectively 58% and 28% access. For people with low income, the access to finance falls to 19%. These figures are very clear. The poorer you are, the less likely you are to have access to formal finance. We can now try to link the problem of exclusion with some key concepts we've already seen earlier in the book. For instance, I would suggest that people who are excluded in different ways lack or have low capabilities. These low capabilities are related to poverty. Finally, poverty will lead to lower life satisfaction. This graph explains the link between all these concepts we have already seen in the MOOC. We can try to apply this reasoning to social enterprises that struggle for financial inclusion, such as microfinance institutions. By offering them access to financial services, these institutions aim to increase the capabilities of poor people. Expanding their capabilities could help them to get out of poverty and increase their life satisfaction. Let's face it, increasing capabilities may not be sufficient to be the happiest person. Nevertheless, it may be a necessary condition for them to reach a certain degree of happiness. As without these additional capabilities, there is no way to increase their life satisfaction.